Hey.
Hey,
everybody.
hey, girls.
Hey, everyone.
Hey,
Hey, chat.
everybody.
We're back. We're back. We're back. This one's a little bit of a heavy topic, but we'll get through it.
Yeah, we've been taking a look at the Great White Underbelly's latest. Well, I guess it's the latest few videos
Yeah.
that he's done, and it's kind of it's a heavy topic. It's a serious topic, and one that I thought I knew how I felt about, and then after watching that and watching some others and stuff, I'm kind of not quite exactly sure. I have a lot of mixed emotion on it. How about you, ladies?
Same. Because you brought up a good point the other night. When the news does this, it's kind of like, I don't have a problem with some of the interviews that he does. I don't. It's raw and it's real. But for me in particular, it kind of shifts. I don't know. It made me uncomfortable when we got children that are 13 years old sitting up in their bras. That's when it takes a little bit of a turn for me where I don't feel too good about this now. This feels weird.
Same. I really felt like it was a story that it should be told. It's a true story. It's really happening out there more so than we'd ever like to realize. So I think it was like an important story to tell, but that same story could have been told behind a screen. I realize that this man is a photographer and he's a fantastic photographer, and photojournalism is his thing. But when you're talking about children, and to me, it seemed very exploitive to have her, and then to not realize that you could see through her beaded bikini top.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It just there's no way. I'm a photographer.
She's a baby.
I did professional photography for years.
Yep.
You don't not notice that. It's your
Right.
job to notice all the details and stuff like that. There's no way that he filmed that, edited that, and didn't notice that her top was see-through like this, and this was a child.
It wasn't until the comment section was in shambles that he takes down the original and then blurs out the bikini part area. And then he turns the comment section off. So he knew what he was doing the first time around.
Yeah, and that story was impactful, and it would, to me, have been just as impactful if you ran it with an overlay. He
Yep.
could have, I'm even upset, not so much like I am super upset about the bikini top, but also why are we seeing their faces? She's 13 years old.
Yeah.
This is a decision that she made at 13. Her face is out there now forever. When she grows older and wiser, we hope, her face is still out there. She's always going to be that girl now, and that could have all been avoided had he used a screen.
Yeah. Cinnamon Hot says, hi, Mark, definitely a double-edged sword as he gets vulnerable people lots of money, but puts hundreds of thousands of dollars in his pocket. I think it was exploitation of a child, and he knows it. And I got to agree.
In this
Actually, in
case,
legal
yeah.
terms, it was worse
I
than
also
in legal.
I also wonder where the line is with regard to the law, because from what I've been researching, child sex trafficking becomes a crime at any point where money is made from the sex acts of a child under 18 for commercial benefit. And I'm wondering whether he's making money from this video interview, given that the whole interview is based on what she does to fund herself. He is actually making money from that. Now, I think it would be stretching it. I think most people would say, no, you're going too far. But where is the line? Where is the limit of how much you can exploit somebody who is classed as a victim of sex trafficking because she's under 18? It doesn't matter whether she considers herself a willing partaker or not. It's like consent. Age is the legal bar.
And voodoo, that right there is something we're going to get into.
Yeah,
The mom,
interesting.
we did find her interview. We'll go over that. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of questions there too. Mom, I don't know about mom.
Mom made
All the
the
adults.
mom made the lifestyle seem attractive and a lucrative way to make money, and so that's where the girl has gotten the idea from.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I don't know who's screen sharing, but the first 4 parts are in the back. I'm
Yes,
just going to
ma'am.
go and get part 5 sorted, okay?
Thank you, Pearl.
No problem.
Do you want to get into it and go ahead and start with?
Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and start with part 1, and then as we go on, we'll discuss it. We definitely want the chat. All opinions are welcome. They really are. We're not, if you disagree with us over here, like we're going to flip out. We ain't like that. So we want to kind of make it a discussion because it's something to discuss.
I also want to say I left info for the mods to drop in our personal Discord if they could go in there and do that.
Awesome.
Thank you for doing that, Tanga.
Yeah. Hey, Shannon. And I'm going to go ahead and start this video off.
Yep. Can I just explain the editing choices before you start?
Yeah. Yes.
We had a discussion, and when this was first put out there, this girl was on display to the point that you could see her breasts through the top that she was wearing. He later, as a result of criticism, edited that out and blurred it. But our concern here is that the place where she works is given. It doesn't matter that she's got an assumed name that's not her actual name. Her face and the services that she will provide are out there, and the fact that you can find her on Instagram. Now, we can't stop the information that's been put out, but at least we can cover her face so that we are not part of anybody who watches this going and looking for her.
Right.
Yes, they could go somewhere else and find out her face, but this is the limit of what we can do. So we're doing that much.
Yeah. We didn't want to do the exact complain and then do the exact same thing.
Okay.
Right.
I'll be back in 5.
All right, hon.
All right, Nova. So you are the daughter of someone that I've interviewed before.
Yeah.
One of the working girls.
Yes.
In South Central. Her name was Tania, and she's been on social media a lot with all the drama in her life.
Yeah.
You're a part of that, right? Tell me what's going on in your life, because your story is pretty unique.
So basically, what's going on in my life is my mom. When I moved with my mom, my whole life just like changed. And what I mean by change, I mean like my mom, she showed me different stuff. Like before I got with her, I lived in Beverly Hills. I was with different people.
Who are you staying in Beverly Hills with?
With my grandparents.
Grandparents, okay.
First I stayed with my mom's mom, and then I moved with my great grandparents, my mom's mom. So when I moved with my mom, she started showing me different stuff. She moved me to the hood, the east side of LA, South Central.
And how old are you now?
13.
13. Okay.
Yeah. When she started showing me all that stuff, and when she moved to the east side, my mindset changed. I changed how I look at things. Like, I didn't look at things the same. And Once my mom started seeing that I was changing and that I didn't think the same no more, she started treating me different. Like, I feel like she didn't like it. But I mean, it wasn't really my fault. It was really her fault because I asked to stay with my grandma and she like forced me to move to LA. I used to get bullied and all type of stuff. But
To South Central LA?
no, like in Beverly Hills and stuff. Because it was always like white kids and stuff around us. Around me and my brother. It was me and my brother. And
But you were you said you were forced to move.
yeah, I was forced to move
to
out
where?
here to LA. I was in Marina Valley and then I was in Beverly Hills. But I was forced to move like to the east side, to the ghetto.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I didn't want to go because I knew how the girls was. They used to bully me. They used to pick on me. Any little things. I used to wear Skechers. I used to wear all the little bullshit stuff. So when my mom started seeing that I was changing and stuff, she didn't like it. I feel like she started being jealous of me because I started getting around girls that she didn't like. But whole time, I didn't know that she didn't like the girls, not the girls didn't like her. They were just telling me stuff. And I was learning new stuff. And I used to come to my mom like, is this true? And she used to be like, yeah, that's true. So I'm like, okay, it's different. And when I went to Bret Hart middle school, I had got jumped by these girls from Hoover, and I told my mom, and she didn't believe me. And I'm like you don't even care about me, like. And she's like, it's okay if some girls put their hands on you, fight back. And I'm like, okay. So after that, I started fighting more. When I started fighting more, I started like not caring about anything, and my mom didn't like that. She started kicking me out. I came back. She was treating me weird. Like, she kept bringing up stuff. Like, she used to bring up how I got beat up, how I used to get abused by this dude. And that's when I used to run away. I'm not even gonna lie, I did used to run away. But it wasn't for no reason, though. She used to abuse me. She used to go on live, expose me, embarrass me. She used to post my messages. The same thing she doing now. This been happening like since like 4 or 3 years ago. So that's why now I'm just used to it. But
Who are you staying with now?
now
Are you in the foster system or?
no, now I'm staying with a friend. Yeah, my friend.
But
Can we pause right there for a
so
second?
you're supposed to be.
Her mom has been embarrassing her online for 4 or 3 years. So from the time she was 9 or 10 years old, her mom began exploiting her daughter online.
Yeah, mom started it. Yeah. But we'll see mom here shortly and what she has to say about all this. So
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure everybody kind of caught that.
right.
Where does this all start? I think that's where.
I think
when she was 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Staying with your mom?
Yeah, but she kicked me out in December last year.
But you told me out there that you're in the system?
Yeah, I'm in the system. Nobody has custody of me.
No one has custody of you.
My mama lost custody of me like 2 years ago because when she was abusing me and stuff. Yeah.
And your grandparents or?
My grandparents, they're old. My great grandparents are 73 and 72. And I always ask to go over there. My grandma, she still texts me to this day, but she's like, I can't take care of you because she has high blood pressure, and she thinks I'm going to stress her out. But I mean, I don't really need nobody to take care of me. I know how to get what I need, but I just need like shelter, you know?
I gotta say, the whole part of the interview, that part right there, really got me. This little child, she's talking about she's 13. She don't want to bother anybody, her grandparents, and
she just wants shelter. Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I don't need anything. I just want shelter. That broke my heart.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. That's heartbreaking.
Some of the streets as a prostitute? How long has that been going on?
Since May.
Since May?
Yeah.
How did you get introduced to that? At 13?
I used to be around these girls from Front Street, and they had this the girl that they was with wasn't from their hood, but she used to be around them. They used to call each other like Sister Fable and all that stuff. And the girls seen how them girls used to try to bully me, and they didn't like me for some reason. They had some type of animosity towards me. And the girl that was with them, she seen like, I don't like how they're treating you. You something better than that. Da-da-da. We could be getting money out here. Da-da-da. So a couple months later, she texted me at like 3:00 in the morning and was like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing." Laying down. I'm like, "What you doing?" She like, "I'm out trapping." And I'm like, "Trapping?" She sent the picture, and I'm like, "You do that now?" And she like, "Yeah, it's fast money. You should do it with me." So the next day, I texted her like, "Can you come get me? My mama acting weird." My mama was acting weird. She was threatening me to kick me out, break my phone, all this. I'm like, "Can you come get me?" So she was like, "Yeah." I told my mom, I'm like, "I'm about to go do a TikTok downstairs," and she was like, "Okay." And I'm like, "Can I do a TikTok in your car?" Da-da-da. She gave me the keys. I put the keys next to the door, and I ran away. I went and I got in the car, and she was with this nigga. He had tattoos all over his face. He was playing music. He was like a gangbanger. He was a gangbanger. He was a pimp, and I didn't even know that he was a pimp. So we had went to the Crenshaw Mall.
So your mom, just for those that are not aware, your mom was working as a prostitute as well?
I don't know.
That's what she told me in that interview that she did with me.
She told you that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
That
seen a
got me
video of
right
my
there
mom on
too.
stage, but I don't know if it's true.
She didn't realize her mom was a
Well,
prostitute, or did she? She
she
didn't realize
also,
that
yeah.
everybody knew.
And I don't think that she realized that mom had talked to him before. I think there's a lot.
She had known. She knew that her mom talked to her. I think that's why she wanted to get interviewed by him as well. But I think we'll get more into that later. But that got me when she said, "Oh, she told you that." Must have been hard in her house.
All right, that was part one. So that was can y'all hear me okay?
I can now. I was wondering if I was having sound issues, so I got nothing for a minute, and I went, "Oh no, I'm talking over somebody again."
No, it was my internet. So that was the part of the interview. Pearl made sure to cover up the young lady. We didn't want to show her again. Most people have already seen the video already. So, yeah. What's Evil Alaska? Who was this interview with? It was a young girl. She was 13 years old. By a channel holder, a content creator by the name of Soft White Underbelly. You may have heard of him. He's
Best known for the Whitakers.
The Whitakers, yeah. The inbred, they're actually an inbred family that live in Odd, West Virginia. It's really a place. He does a lot of interviews with people that are down on their luck, struggling in life. That's his content. And that's, okay. But when we're interviewing children in a top where you can see her breast, then we got problems. That's how I feel.
And Nova isn't the first underage girl like this that he has interviewed. Not the first underage prostitute.
No,
not even close. Yeah.
And when we started looking into this, we started noticing a lot of them. And it became a lot. This was like, I think this was important for us to do, but I really can't wait to finish this today because it's been 3 days of just seeing the most heartbreaking and depressing things.
Yeah. It's been really heavy.
Yeah. So sorry, tonight's a little bit of a heavier topic, but we did feel it was important to discuss it and get into it. Are we ready for the second part?
As ready as we're going to be.
Okay.
Yeah, we're ready.
when she lost custody of you, you've been on your own since then?
Yes.
Are you going to high school, or you're not even high school age? What grade are you in?
9th grade.
So you're a freshman in high school? Are you going to high school? You're not.
Nah. Because I can't get checked into school unless my mom checked me in. Even though she's not even my guardian. So I don't even know how I can get checked into school. I don't know. I'll have to see something about that. I don't know.
Do you have anyone you can go to? You just stay at friends' houses or whatever you can figure out?
Whoever let me in. I mean, whoever wants to be nice, whoever's up at that time. You feel me?
Are you working with a pimp? You're not working with a pimp.
I can't do pimps.
That's hard to believe at 13 years old.
Yes,
you don't have a
I
pimp
know,
on.
but what I've experienced, I can't do a pimp. It's like you're outside selling, not to cuss, but you're outside selling your pussy just to give it to a nigga. That doesn't like sit right with me. Like, you're standing outside for nothing. Even though it's bad to stand outside, you're still standing outside for something. Because at the end of the night, you're going to have money in your hand. You feel me? And you're not giving it to nobody. You're spending it on yourself. And I need money. So, nobody out here really helping me. They help me when they feel like it, or when I'm giving them something. And I don't give people nothing if they're not giving me nothing. So I guess we're just not going to be helping each other. Yeah.
Wow. Tell me about what you're going through trying to make money this way. Well, I mean, a 13-year-old girl, you start discovering boys and you're in high school and stuff like that. I mean, you're living a very different life than a typical high school kid.
Yeah. Boys, I don't really care about boys. I mean, if it involves money.
What do you, I mean, you're experiencing men probably.
Yeah, men. I had it was kind of like a real relationship. He was like grown as fuck though, like real grown. And after that, I can't do it because when they know that you're young, I was telling them that, no, I'm not gonna say all that. But when they know that you're young, they try to take advantage of you. And I could tell when somebody's trying to take advantage of me, and I don't go for that anymore. So after that, it was just like, But what I'm going through, it's hard because when people see what my mom is posting on the internet, they look at me like, you a little girl, you just out here running away, not caring, you treating your mama wrong, you doing all this. They don't even listen to me no more. But once people post me, and I guess once I put a sob story out there, that's when they, believe me and listen to me. So that's hard too, because it's like, what else do y'all want me to say? So it's like I have to physically go out there and do shit on my own because nobody wants to believe me.
This is why you wanted to come and do a video with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
did you all notice? Y'all peep how he slid that in?
Yep.
Yeah. This is why you wanted to come do a video with me. Listen, sir, you're a grown man. That's a 13-year-old. Don't try that slick shit with us.
And what made this man comfortable in the presence of a 13-year-old girl that you could see through her top?
I
Most men wouldn't.
I'm speechless on that one.
Yeah.
I can't come up with an answer for that. There's no way he didn't know. There's no way he didn't know.
Oh, he knew.
Well, he's a professional photographer. He knew exactly what he was doing. And there are times where he zooms in on her breasts, on her stomach, on her legs. And it's just, it's
creepy.
So distasteful. It is. It's very creepy. And on top of that, now he's got it to where other people can find her.
That was,
on social media and such.
I think
and it's so dangerous. And it was so really ignorant of him to do such a thing.
Well, he's getting a lot of backlash.
As he should.
I'm like, shit, I do need some money, but I did. You feel me? Yeah, I just came out here from Vegas too, so I came out here.
What were you doing in Vegas?
I was on the strip.
You were working.
Yeah.
Wow, you're a seasoned vet at 13 years old.
Something like that.
Is this a horrifying life for a 13-year-old girl?
Yeah. Every time,
Can you,
like
pause
before
for a
I
sec?
go.
I think this is the bit that really shocked me, and how casual he was.
Yeah.
She's 13. She's already been working in Las Vegas before she moved to California.
Yeah.
And he just sort of, seasoned vet. It's just such a flippant comment to make to an abused child.
A 13-year-old. He acts
the way that, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to say the way that he talks to her and some of the other interviews I saw with the underage kids, like normalizing this, like this is normal behavior for a young teen girl, and it just isn't. It just isn't. And
we ain't going to normalize it.
Well, most people, if they're going to talk to a child like this and it's going to be in a professional manner, they're going to know what they're doing. This man has not been trained for this. He's a photographer.
Yeah.
He sounds slimy.
He does sound slimy.
He does.
To the blade or anything, like my stomach, it'll feel like I'm finna throw up, like, or I gotta use the bathroom. Number 2, because it's like I'm nervous, my stomach bubbling. It's just.
Do these men know you're 13?
Shit, probably not. I just dated a guy last night, and he told me, I said I'm 16. He said, please tell me that you're younger than that. And I said, why? He said, just tell me that you're younger than that. And I said, no, I'm 16. And he said, just please tell me. Like, it's weird guys like that. He asked me if I had any friends 10 to 14. And yeah, like, it's weirdos out here.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It makes you want to act violently, doesn't it?
Right. Because who does he think is paying her? Who does he think is doing that?
Right.
Grown men that like to sleep with children.
And then these men are asking for children younger.
Yeah, I'm in support of sex workers, but this is a baby. This is a child at 13's, around 7th grade.
This is not a chosen profession for these kids. It's survival sex. I mean, let's call it what it is.
Instead of like making the calls that he needed to make sure that she was going to be okay, he just let her go afterwards.
Right. Like there
go.
wasn't somebody standing by to take her and say, hey, here's what I can do. I can help. Why wasn't that happening? Just like, here's some money. Best of luck to you.
He got what he wanted, and she left. Are we ready for part 3?
Yeah.
All right, I'm back. Are
we keep
ready
losing soup in between. Yeah, we're ready for part 3, hon.
Yeah, sorry, I had to run to the ladies' room.
Yes, Evil Alaska. Basically, he just trafficked her also.
Yeah, in a different way, but yes, exactly. That's the point that Pearl was making earlier.
He promoted her and what she does to a bunch of perverts.
Right. I think, in the description was not her Instagram or her details like that available.
Part of your life at all?
No, I don't do drugs, but one time I was with a trick, and the trick, he did drugs. So And he seen that I was going through it or whatever. So he had like a lot of shrooms. He had perks, e-pills, all type of stuff. And he was like, if your life ever get hard, if you questioning your life, take these. And I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I don't need it. He's like, no, here, take them. I'm like, no, I'm cool. So I went to the bathroom. I left my purse on the couch. I came back. I'm like, okay, bye, I'm leaving. Bye. So I got in the car. I looked in my purse and the e-pills and the shrooms was in my purse. So I'm like, he's trying to force it down my throat. And even if they was in my purse, I still didn't do it because I feel like if I was to do drugs, I'm never going to clap back. Like I'm going to just be out there on the curb, really on the curb. So, yeah.
I mean, what are your, what would you like to see happen?
What do you mean?
In your life? I mean, you're not looking,
okay.
Are you looking to go back with your mom or you're getting to her to, do you want her to change her behavior? What do you want?
Yeah, I feel like it's not all on me and it's not all on my mom. I feel like it's on both of us because my mom has to change her ways and I have to change my ways too. But I already changed my ways. She just wants to keep kicking me out. She wants to keep holding grudges. That's what my mom does. She holds grudges. Just like the same baby daddy that she on the internet arguing with, they beef that they had is old. That's like my little sister is 4 now. That was 4 years ago. He been stopped. Yes, he used to beat on her, but he been stopped doing that like 4 years ago. So that I feel like that's for no reason. But yeah.
Yeah, your mom's getting a lot of attention.
Yeah, I mean that's what she likes because she told you in an interview that she didn't get no attention when she was a kid, right? That's what she said, right? Yeah. So that's what she's looking for now from grown people and kids. Like even now, like she texts girls and she has conversations with girls that don't even like me. Like it would be girls hating under my post right now and my mama would be on the phone with them. And it's weird to me because it's like, mom, like she doesn't like me.
Do you feel like your mom is not on your side, not trying to protect?
Yeah, she's never on my side. It's always the next little girl. It's always the next person. She's always comparing me. So that's why whatever she says, I'm just like, okay, mom, like, okay, are you done? Like, but I don't disrespect her anymore. Like everybody sees, I post all our messages. Everybody sees like how she talks to me. I be begging her, crying, pleading.
Now, this part is true because on her Instagram page, she did put out some messages from her mom. Now, her mom likes to act like, you know, she just, you know, just such a sweet little lady, and she don't understand why her daughter's acting like this. But her daughter actually put out some messages on Instagram on her stories that are out there that are from her mother. And yeah, her mom don't talk to her. She talks to her like it's somebody off the street instead of her child.
Right.
Just one, yeah.
She don't care.
Is social media helping or hurting your relationship with your family, your mom?
Social media, I feel like it's not doing nothing. I post on social media because I be bored. I don't really care about what the next person has to say about me. You know?
Pause
I just
right
feel
there.
like this is avoidance. I really felt
Yes.
she knows. I mean, she's just told us that they're fighting all their problems in public on social media, and that her mother uses social media as a way of preventing her pretty much getting friends.
Mm-hmm.
She's embarrassing her daughter on social media.
And this little girl is desperate to make people think that it doesn't hurt her.
Yeah.
Right.
And that can't possibly be true.
No,
Right.
no. It hurts her. It hurts.
The little girl, she wants to build her social media. She's seen mom build her social media, and guess how it got boosted? By doing a Underbelly interview, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so this little girl also sees that as a path to building hers. This little girl she doesn't know what she wants. She wants that social media fame. She thinks her mom has it, although I looked at her stuff, and if that's what, well, anyway, a little girl shouldn't be striving for that. But she has no real role model. Mom is it. Mom is it, and that's what she thinks is cool and good. And so I think she's going to be, if she doesn't get rescued, she's going to be trapped into this. When she said that she was in the system, I don't think she knows what that means. I mean, she is now because she got arrested. But
Right.
when she said nobody has custody, she ran away. Nobody looked for her. Her mama knew she was in the streets. Her mama knew.
Now, Voodoo, in a way, with some of his interviews, he does show the raw, the stuff that the media is not going to show you. Where it bothers me, where it gets concerning for me, is when he's got all kinds of people to interview. This man is not short of people to interview. Why are we interviewing 13-year-old children? That's the part that bugs me.
You know.
You have a good head on your shoulders, at least.
Yeah, I'm trying.
You're a smart young girl.
Thank you.
Are you looking to go back to high school? You'd like to, yeah.
Yeah, because I hope I say it right. It's called, when I get older, I want to be a defense attorney, and I have to go to school for that. So I'm not going to do this shit forever. This shit, no. In 2 months, I'm not going to be doing this. Trust and believe. This is not. Yeah, I'll probably have regulars, but I'm not going to be standing on Fig or any other blade, because no. And then get going on Fig, they be harassing me. They be talking about, you 13, get off the blade. Like, I was just on the blade. This was like 3 weeks ago, and these girls, and no, that video is not me. Them girls jumping me, that's not me. But these girls had seen me, and it was like, oh, that's that little girl. And I had put my head down. And when I tell you, like 3 minutes later, all the girls off.
So what I think she's saying here is the older prostitutes know who she is now, and now they see her on the blade and maybe see her as competition.
Yeah, they know that they have those pervs out there that want little girls.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want the little girls out there.
Right, no, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not looking out for the little girls.
No.
They just want to get out of the way. That's all.
Every blade in the 70s came to my blade and started just yelling, started throwing shit at me, started doing all type of shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I hid behind a car. I didn't run because they're going to start chasing me. So I hid behind a car and I ducked. And I called the girl I was with, because I don't have no pimp. So the girl I was with, I'm like, can you come get me? They harassing me. They finna call the police. Oh yeah, and I got out the trick car, and one of the girls had banged on the trick car and was like, she's 13. You're fucking on minors. It's just crazy. But I called the girl, and I'm like, they're harassing me. They finna call the police. And she like, hold on, I'm rolling the wood. And I'm like, girl, come get me. Like, the fuck, something happened to me. And she like, hold on, I'm rolling the wood. So I just walked. I started walking, and I walked to the little McDonald's. And I hid right there, and my phone was finna die. So I had to call people fast. And I called a trick, and he came and got me. But that's why I don't even like Fig anymore, because I'm traumatized from that. Like, sure. It was a lot of girls. Like, it wasn't just 5 girls. It was like 20 girls. Like,
trying to chase you off.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't chase me because I didn't run.
Yeah. She says the word traumatized and then nervous little laugh.
Yeah.
Her supposed friend couldn't come and get her, so she called a trick to come and get her. The very person who's part of her exploitation is the person that she reached out to for help.
Mm-hmm.
She said she had 20 girls. It wasn't a few, it was 20. So it's dangerous out, really. It's dangerous out here for anybody like that. But now I mean, this has kind of went viral. No, it has went viral. So
she also thinks that a pimp is just a man. Yeah. There's some females out there that are pimps as well.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes that's how they
it's
get
just different now.
Mm-hmm.
And are
Call me
drugs a part of your
cynical,
life at all?
oh, sorry, I thought this one had finished. Carry on.
No, it had
Oh,
finished.
right.
It had finished, Pearl. I'm sorry. I done something. Sorry. No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
I call me cynical, but one of the, I mean, don't get me wrong, he makes very, very popular YouTube content. And he makes an awful lot from unedited versions of these on Patreon. But this week, he's been selling his new book of photographs of these people that he interviews for the bargain price of $125 or $150 if you'd like a signed version. Yeah.
Tell me that again. He's doing what?
His new art book has just come out. His art book of photographs of the people that he interviews. Beautifully presented, but it should be, because it's $125 to buy a copy and $150 if you'd like his signature on it.
$150 for a signature?
The book and the signature, yes.
Okay.
And they're all photographs taken from these interviews, which of course he owns the rights to the image because it's his work.
Yep.
If you had your life to live over again.
Sorry, darling. Oh, I'm all over the place tonight. Forgive me. Carry on.
No, hon, you're fine. Go right ahead. I can pause anytime. Anytime. You want me to go ahead, though?
Yes, go ahead, darling.
Okay.
18-year-old life, what would you have done differently?
Would never have won my mom. I would have been like, no, I'm cool. I'm good. And if you really try to force me to go, like, I would have just told my granny, like, get her. Call the police on her. Like, get her. I do not want to go with her. That's what changed me. My mother. She, yeah. My grandma didn't show me none of this stuff.
And your grandparents are no longer able to take care of you?
They're still alive, though, but my grandpa, he has gout. They both have gout. They could barely walk. Like, but my grandma, they still be going to Vegas. They still be having their little fun, but they just don't want to take care of no kids. She, like, right after my mama had me and my brother, she gave us to our grandparents. And then my mom went to jail. And that's when my grandma got custody of me and my brother. She went to jail when I was like 4 for fraud. She's but yeah.
This is something that, if we can stop here, that I would like to mention, and I think the Six Up has already previously mentioned it in the chat. The background of this family, it's not an issue of money. The grandparents have money to go on all their little holidays now. Fair dues, they are getting on in age. But this is a situation where exploitation has happened. I think that the mum was exploited, and there's almost a sense of which she wants to act out that things didn't work out for her by making her daughter's life miserable.
I think Six Up makes a good point here where she says an unstable living situation makes you vulnerable. And that doesn't have to be because they're in poverty. This is not just happening to girls in poverty, but it is happening to girls that come from dysfunctional households.
Yeah.
Generational curses.
It really is. something happened that meant that they failed to protect this girl's mom. And she does reveal that her father was actually a pimp.
Yeah.
So something happened, and their daughter was sucked into an exploitative lifestyle.
Yep.
No, the grandparents don't have to help the mother, but the grandparents were looking after this child. And at some stage, they just allowed her to go back to the mom. And I'm just wondering where the implications were of where were social services?
That's what I was wondering.
Was there any official involvement in this, or was it all just unofficial? And then consequently, there's no safety net. No one seems to be looking out for her. But most people do think that this is a problem of money. And what I'm saying to you is, it's not a problem of money. It wasn't a problem of money when the mom was this girl's age. It was a problem of lack of protection and the ability for people to come in and exploit her life. And now, as Soup says, generational curse.
Mm-hmm. Just seems to me like all the adults are failing her, every one of them.
You're leading Nova. Nova's your street name?
Yeah. Not really street name. Because Nova, it means star. Like, you're going to be a star. Like, I'm going to be a star, you know?
I believe it.
Thank you.
You're smart.
Thank you.
You're a very bright young girl.
Thanks.
You're just going through some
bullshit.
Yeah. Yes, you are. Well, hopefully this creates some opportunities for something good to happen in your life.
Right.
Are you feeling safe out there? I mean, it sounds like you're going through some crap already.
I'm protected by God. That's who I really like. That's who I really trust. Like, that's who I put all my trust in, God. I don't really trust no human being. Trust the Holy Spirit.
Do you have any friends?
Yeah. Yes, my mama posted them on the internet. So, like, it's like I can't even have any friends anymore because my mom is going to post them and she's going to push them away. Because who wants to get posted?
Right.
Talking about, oh, my daughter's missing. You have my daughter. You're harboring a minor. Like, cut it, man.
So going back to your mom, is that something you're open to?
Yeah. Because, yeah. One day I might just say, like, if it gets too hard for me, I might just say, like, fuck it. And, like, really fight for my mama. Go to the police station and be like, I need to be with my mama. You feel me? Because that's what I'm doing now, but she doesn't believe me because all the times that I did run away. Like, now I'm not running from my mama. She kicked me out. All the messages that I'm posting, everybody could see that I'm trying to go back home. So yes,
you prefer to be with your mom?
Yeah, I prefer to be with my mom. In the future, I'm going to be with her. I know I'm going to be.
I mean, not every relationship between a child and the parent is perfect.
Yeah.
But you seem to be well adjusted. You seem to be smart.
Yeah. So I know what's going on. Yeah.
You seem to have it figured out, but you're just going through some really tough things.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope this all works out for you. Maybe a little communication might open up some doors and get people to see things.
I think Mark
he
thought
knows,
he was. Sorry, Soup.
I was just going to say, now, he knows damn good and well that she does not have this all figured out.
No, I think he was like, he already had stuff in the works, talking to mom behind scenes, trying to get, an interview with mom again, too. He knows what mom does. Why? Like, that's a great place for her to go back to. I mean, yeah, it's the parent, but.
And she wants to go back. I mean, it's sad, but that's that little.
That's the thing. They don't. They can be, and all these kids that are abused will want to go back to their abusers because that's all they know. You know, apparently she feels rejected by the grandparents now, or I'm not sure what's up, but
Well, I want to.
she thinks she's going to be a star. That's the name. That's what it means. That's what she wants. She thinks this. You know how many girls are on Figueroa got there thinking they were going to be famous Hollywood actresses?
Oh, and it just turns out complete opposite.
Right.
Now
she's on that path.
There's a video I want to play y'all of Mom. I want y'all to hear Mom. Okay, give me just a second.
You know, I got to say that I view all of his content differently after what we just did, the research looking into this.
Same.
All of it. I see it all with completely different eyes now than I did before.
And yeah, I believe all her money is from exploiting herself. But she has lots of money.
Yeah. And now we got Mama here. Here's Mom. She calls herself addressing the soft white underbelly. I want everybody to lean in and listen carefully here.
I want to address something. My name is Tania, and I did a soft white underbelly video. It went viral, and it kind of went viral because a lot of people didn't know that that was my get down. Like, that's what I did, and, you know, like, that I went through those things in my life. So meanwhile, in that time, my daughter was 13 years old, and she was running away at the time, and she is a chronic runaway. So while being ran away, she started to see my videos circulate, and she decided that she wanted to get a video done herself. So she then got into the arms of Mark, and that is crazy because my intuition was already saying, like, my daughter is going to want to do this, because I was seeing, you know, the patterns of her and what she was doing and just running away and all of that stuff. And she ended up on Figueroa Street. So everybody knows that my daughter was prostituting. Nobody likes it. I don't like it. The internet hates it. We all think that it's so creepy that Mark decided to interview her and without my consent. So people are thinking, like, how is the video out? FYI, disclaimer, I was not there. I was not present when my daughter did the video. So since we know that, we could go to the next thing. So remember, my intuition was itching, like, let me just let Mark know not to interview her, because I had called him one time just out the blue, and I was like, yeah, Mark, you know, I'm looking for extra money. I wasn't per se asking him for money, but I was just like asking, like, do you know any opportunities? Like, you know, like, you do film, like I do too, like, what's up? So I was just networking. And he was like, oh,
She was just networking.
Street.
She's just networking.
That's all. Nothing to see.
That's all. Not exploiting her daughter.
Yeah. She didn't even know, you know, that this was going to happen. Just so much. Girl, what are you talking about? But carry on.
If you want extra money, go find her so I can interview her. So I was like, you want me to recruit my own daughter? Like, guy, creep. This is already bad enough that she's ran away. So if I find her, I'm not going to bring her to you. So I was like, and you better not interview her. So that's why it's so crazy how he interviewed her, because he told me on that phone call, like, oh no, I wouldn't put out anything without your consent. He goes, oh no, I wouldn't put out anything without your consent. That was the key word, consent, because he knew he was going to try to get a hold of my daughter, but
does anybody find it interesting that she called Mark, you know, networking, as she calls it, you know, trying to get some income, as she says. And then he asked about interviewing her daughter. And then suddenly he's interviewing her daughter. Now she's going to try to make people believe.
And her whole thing too, like, if I'm going to go out there and find go look for your damn daughter. Do you not care? She
knew exactly what was.
She knew where to find her,
and she knew exactly what was going to happen. I'm gonna tell y'all, she knew about this interview.
I ain't fooled a bit.
And you know, that would be easy, for him to find her because it's prostitutes and people that he work with that recruit other girls. So they could just go find her like, oh, you want to have her interview? Da, da, da. So I just couldn't believe it. He ended up getting in touch with my daughter. I was on live one day. And so while on live on Instagram, somebody said in the comments like, oh, wait till your daughter dropped that soft white underbelly interview though. So I'm thinking like, oh, one of her little friends is chiming in and they're popping it that she did the interview. And I knew it. I knew that's why I told him don't interview her, because why would you suggest me to find her just to give me some money? You should be just on GP. Oh, this is a girl, you care about her so much, right? Like you have all these GoFundMes and all these things going on, whatever the case may be. But like, my daughter is really, really young and this is out of the norm. And here you go interviewing her. But it gets worse. Crazy, right? So it gets worse because when I seen that comment on my live, I started saying, oh, if he put out a video of her, he's going to get sued. Next thing you know, he's texting me the next morning, hey, Tania, I want to do a follow-up video. So that's how I ended up doing my follow-up video. But then he flips the script and he's then going to say, but we're going to put out the follow-up video, but then we're going to also put out your daughter's video too. I said, yeah, I heard that you interviewed her. Oh, yeah, but I'm not going to put it out. And I paid her a lot of money. I'm like, I bet you did. So
Now she thinks she's slick. She thinks all that fast talking and that da-da-da-da-da-da that people ain't reading between the lines. I hear everything you're saying. You set this up, you and Mark both. This lady, God almighty.
You're going to hear in a second where she says she gave consent for that video to be released.
Yep.
She didn't watch it, though. What mom gives consent? Don't watch it.
Oh, she knew.
She trash. I'm sorry, trash.
I said, let me just think about that. So 2 weeks went by and I really be waiting. I be making people wait. Like I don't make decisions real fast no more because I used to do that and it didn't work. I'm like, okay, let me wait. He ended up hitting me up again. Are you still interested? Are you still interested? I didn't say nothing. He hit me up again. Are you interested? I said, you know what? Yeah, because it was so much going on with my daughter. She was on live popping Percocets. She was just like really just going ham like how she does. Like she slowed down a little bit and she started posting online crazy stuff again. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna sign off that interview so that people could see that she got interviewed at 13 years old by this man, period, point blank. And I need her to see, look what you did. And no shame in your game because you did it, but this is why you have to be careful because now he has a digital imprint of you talking about being 13 on the blade. And I hate it, right? This is where it gets worse. My daughter right now is incarcerated, so let me just speed it up. She's incarcerated. She's in jail. And basically, she called me, and I'm like, oh, babe, the soft white underbelly video is out. She like, Mom, what? I'm like, yeah. She like, so you gave consent to him? I said, yeah, you did the video. She like, so you gave him consent? I'm like, yeah. She like, did you see it? I said, yep. Mind you, I didn't even see it yet. I didn't even see it yet because when I signed it off and I did my follow-up video, I didn't even look at hers because I didn't want to get heartbroken. I've been going through this for a little minute now and I couldn't do it. So when I seen it online, I'm like, no, he didn't let her get interviewed in that brawl like that. I was just so disturbed. I couldn't even look because I don't see her like that. You know, when she's on Fig, I don't see her. I see what she posts online and I barely see it because I don't want to look and I'll just make another missing report. But it was heartbreaking. And so my daughter then goes, listen to this part, you guys. My daughter then goes, Mom, I was lying in that interview. I lied so much about you, Mom.
Nah, I call bullshit.
The lie detector test determined you're full of shit. That child did not say, Mom, listen, I lied so much about you, Mom. This is Mom trying to save her.
You're such a great mom.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Mom, I'm so sorry. I lied about you. She is trying to save her own ass here, and it ain't working. She is doing that fast talk in circles, thinking people ain't catching on. Ma'am, this ain't working.
I didn't even watch that. No, I didn't want my heart broken for my baby that I don't. I see her on social media. She messages that she wants to come home, but I don't go get her. I let her
Mm-mm.
work the streets and walk the blade and whatever that other stuff is called.
Yeah, and then I called the police. And yeah, okay, Mom. You
Mm-mm.
signed off on this. You signed off on this interview. But okay, hold on. We're going to listen. Everybody lean in.
I'm like, oh. She said, I lied so much about you, Mom. And I said, girl, why was you lying? Because I know that she lies. But I'm like, why was you lying? Because I didn't want to show no emotion of being mad, because then she was going to shut down. You know how kids are. They don't express themselves when you're mad now. So I'm just keeping it cool. So I'm like, girl, I'm like, yeah, that's why the internet is going crazy, you know, on me, because of the things that you do, girl. You just be lying. I know. She like, and Mom, guess what? Listen to this. And he gave me 300, but he gave me 200 more, because he told me if I want more, wear something more revealing. So that's why she wore that top. His request. He gave her more. So at the end of the day, they're saying I need to be in jail. What? I wasn't there. And if I wouldn't have gave consent, nobody wouldn't have known that he recorded my daughter. Period. Point.
Not only does she need to be in jail, she don't need custody of any kids. I'm sorry, I said it.
And did
Well, putting your
everybody
daughter
hear
in the
what
line
she
of
said?
putting your
Did it?
daughter in the line of fire does not make you a hero, ma'am.
Nope.
No, it doesn't.
Not at
Nope.
all.
She tells her daughter, yeah, you know, the release the interview. Yeah, I signed consent. She, for what? Why? To teach your daughter what? What,
Alta,
ma'am?
this is Tania. She is Nova's mother. I say that in the most lacking of terms.
Egg donor. Nova's egg donor.
She thinks all that fast talking is. And now I did look at the comment section, and you know, there's idiots everywhere. And oh my God, the people, oh God, some of the people in there were like, I'm so sorry that this happened to you as a mother. If you,
You can't call her a mother.
it took everything in me not to go in on some of those people.
Blank. It would have been in the archives. So people saying, oh, but you know, you could sue him. You could still sue. What was you doing? Interviewing a young girl without her parent, with her nipples showing, then took it off YouTube, put it back up, blurred it out. Just so sloppy. You get what I'm saying? And I've been doing a lot of research, which I should have done. Child, ain't nobody about to do no experiment on me or my daughter. In Jesus' name, period. I'm speaking to the universe. I'm very powerful, okay? I am, and my daughter is not about to be in you guys' cults.
Lady, why is your daughter living on the street? Where are you?
What cult? What in the Sam hell is she talking about? You're very powerful. I'm not about to be an experiment. You gave your daughter over to him. Shut up.
It's not going to happen like that. Now, I thought that maybe, you know, you can recommend some help, because people be having resources. You interview all these people, you have all these subscribers. I mean, duh. I'm the one.
What help
that's
did you
more
get
like,
from him? What help did you get from him besides money?
Just some money.
Money.
Just some money. That was it.
Yeah, no. You, what are you doing? What resources are you looking for? You are her mama. What resources are you seeking out to help your daughter so she doesn't become somebody like you?
She's
What are you
not
doing,
right.
mama?
Right here, she's trying to get money for an attorney, which she's not going to do anything. She knows her position now. She sees her position. She's got her little channel popping a little. She thinks people are going to help her, and they probably will.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, y'all, she will get people that will give her money for an attorney. I'm using air quotes. You can't see it. And she ain't going to do nothing. She ain't going to sue Soft White. She ain't going to sue Mark.
Of course she isn't.
No.
The resources she's looking for is she's looking to parlay this into some sort of reality TV gig.
Yep.
It's written all over her face. That's what she's really after.
She's going to be a star, guys. She's going to be a star. Her star is rising.
She has had 13 years to help this little girl. 13 years. I doubt she's going to start now.
She's not.
No. But that's the end of that one. All she talks about is she's low-key trying to, what they call grift, trying to get her some money for an attorney to sue Mark. Unfortunately for her, Mark, I'm sure, has his own attorneys and will be protected. And she signed off the consent for this interview to happen. You don't have nothing.
It don't matter. You didn't watch it first. You should have before you signed it. There ain't no way. Ain't no way. You know, a good mom is going to sign off on an interview you haven't watched of your child.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, this will be the reason why there are now no comments at all underneath this video, because Mr. Software Underbelly doubled down, essentially doing the whole "you're snowflakes if you've got a negative reaction," and that he could have been more salacious. There are no cookies for having reined yourself in from exploiting the 13-year-old sex worker even more than you already did.
That's the whole thing. I mean, I really went into this thinking like, well, you know, it's something that's really happening.
Yes.
People need to know. It's a story that should be told. But then as you see, like, he's told this story again and again.
Well, we talked about this. You know, at first I thought, oh God, here we go. Everybody with their outrage.
Right.
You know, because I know how people are right now. But you start really looking at this and then you find more and more and more. Oh, no. This ain't people looking to be outraged. I'm sorry.
What is he looking to change by doing this? That's my whole thing, is like, what does he hope to achieve? Because he's done this before. You know, Nova's not the first one.
Nope.
He's been doing it for years. So what, other than just like, I mean, what, the stories are so similar.
Mm-hmm.
So why, I don't understand what he hopes to achieve by telling a different story. And I was shocked to find out that there were so many stories on there. This one just caught people's attention because of the nudities with the minor.
The comments. Look, the comments were in shambles. And once he started reading the comment, he knew, okay, I got to change this up. If not, he would have left it there. I'm telling you, it would have still been there the way it was.
Yeah. But there are agencies out there that will help. That, you know, is he going out there to Figueroa and out there to Skid Row and handing out cards with these numbers, these outreach programs for these young ladies? No.
Mm-mm.
He's dropping his phone number, asking if they'll do an interview, and he'll pay him.
Yeah, he's looking for more interviews. And what little he pays them, he gets that back double. Trust.
Well, and he pays a lot of money, so he must be making a lot of money. Because did you see the the mom holding that money that she got after she came out from
No, I missed that.
Oh, let me show you a picture.
Okay.
Let me grab it real quick. Give me just a second.
And I did used to kind of look at him different. You know, I thought he was an actual content creator. You know, he shows it all, unlike the media, you know. But there comes a point where, no, this ain't it. No.
And he never seems to want to answer for any of this stuff too, because I know that there have been other videos that he's done that have been controversial as well. And again, with those, he shuts all the comments off.
Yep.
Now, this is a
Oh,
video she made after coming out with her last update video with Mark, and she's talking about, you know, that's the money she got from the interview. I
there's
see like
mom.
$2,000 there.
There's mom, y'all.
And then 4 days ago, after all of this controversy, instead of facing it and talking about it, he goes and pumps out another Whitaker's video. Merry Christmas,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he takes the Whitakers where, to Walmart to go shopping.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. And you know that they are easy to prey on. You know, and I'm not going to lie, I enjoyed those videos. Like, nobody else was doing that. I did enjoy them, but at what point do we say, okay, you're going too far? Well, for me, you're definitely going too far when you got a 13-year-old up there and you ain't got her covered. That's too far. That's how
I just don't even think he should be putting the breast. Definitely was too far, but I think putting their faces out there is too far.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
These are children that are at
13.
risk.
They
They're
don't
at
make
risk.
great decisions. They are very much at risk, and you put their face out there. That's going to be great when she goes for that defense law degree, right?
They don't see around corners, and he knows this. Children don't see around corners like adults.
Yeah, that's why. That's why, you know, that's why they can't sign contracts and all that stuff, because they don't make great decisions. It was up to him to make a better decision and not put her face out there. Put a screen up. Let her
Yes.
tell her story. But put her behind a screen. You could just have her shadow there. Everybody gets the idea.
Yeah.
Wasn't as salacious that way, I guess.
Guess not.
I agree that these stories need to be told because the media does ignore these people.
Mm-hmm.
But these are things that really need to be handled with care. This
Yeah.
especially should have been handled much more delicately at all, because
Yeah.
the shit that he did was foul. It was just
Well,
foul.
the media doesn't want to talk about this. As a matter of fact, you know, I think I was telling you about a gal earlier. Now her name escapes me. Brown. What's the first name? Anyway, she was a young prostitute, underage. I believe she was 16 at the time, who ended up killing her date. And then she went to prison for life. Now, she ended up getting clemency after serving 15 years, but yeah, everybody was like calling the person that picked her up and paid her $150 to sleep with them. Everybody was calling him a good Samaritan, getting her off the streets, and you know, she was looked at as a horrible person. That's how the media presents these stories instead of
Mm-hmm.
the tragedies that they really are.
Yeah. And the media is more worried about other stuff anyway. They want to just keep people fighting. So
Yeah, I mean, they didn't tell the story differently until some celebrities and people of power got a hold of the story and said, "Hey, wait a minute, hold up."
mm-hmm.
And that's when they brought her story out, is when clemency came, and you know, people started talking about it. But otherwise, it was just like, you just it's not a fun story to tell, so let's just sweep it under the rug and pretend it's not happening, right?
Yeah. Yep. Well, I promise y'all our next show will be more fun. This was a little heavy, but it's something we wanted to discuss and get your all's feedback as well, because this is something that's being talked about. I mean, everywhere I go right now, people are getting into it. And I don't know. It was heavy. Wasn't fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, this whole week, like we were supposed to go live on Monday and we were going to do this, but then when we started looking into it, there's so much more that we wanted to look into before we went live. And then we were trying to come up with if we should just go ahead and put like another fun live together for Monday, but looking into this,
Didn't feel it.
it was
Yeah.
too much. Yeah, it was so draining.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm glad that we took the time to look into this more because, like I said, I thought I felt one way and ended up feeling
Yeah.
kind of completely different. My feelings did change as I looked into this more, and so
Same.
yeah.
Mine were like yours at first too.
And then I started looking at the mom's social media, and I looked at who the mom, was her love that just went to jail and on federal charges, and now they broke up, and I just got down this rabbit hole and I'm ready to just put it away. Be done with it. It was
Thank
it was
you.
a lot.
Thank you, Tiny Dancer. Whew. Well, ladies, I hate to, but I'm going to have to get down and eat. Or do y'all want to end the stream here, or do y'all got more to say?
I mean, I'm fine with us ending here just because it's not like we can go in and talk about really anything else tonight,
Right. We'll be back
Yeah.
Friday, won't we?
I think so. Yeah, I don't think we've made a decision yet, have we? But I would imagine so. We
Yeah.
usually try to do 2 in a week.
Mhm.
Goodness knows we could do something more light-hearted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll come back with something more. We'll be back to our regular scheduled program where we're goofing around.
Yeah, we just had to get this one out of our system. We just knew we wanted to talk about it, and now we have.
Yeah, and we appreciate y'all showing up. And even those who had different opinions, it's fine.
Oh, yeah.
We're not one of those channels that our mods are going to hit you over the head with a wrench if your opinion's different, as long as you're, within reason, of course.
Right. No, I appreciate different opinions. Like I said, I had one and ended up completely like changing it as I looked into this. So definitely appreciate different people's insights on it.
Yeah.
But thank you all for showing up and all that good stuff.
And we'll be back Friday. Let's see what we can get into.
I want to hear some of the nominations that you guys have for end of year awards.
Oh,
so
that'll
Friday.
be fun.
That would be fun.
Let us know, like, what suggestions you have for end of year awards, and maybe who you'd like to nominate for those, like, best new channel or best troll. Just throw them at us on Friday and give us some ideas, and maybe nominate a few people, and we'll do some end of the year awards. They could be nice awards. They could be funny awards. Let's not be too,
Yeah,
let's
don't
not
leave
be
it up
too
to
naughty, but there could be a couple naughty ones.
I'll take care of that part.
let's have some fun for the new year. That's what I have suggest, that we'll give our subscribers some homework, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because homework's always fun.
Homework's always fun. Most yelled at from a panel. That's a good one, Magpie.
Magpie.
I wonder who.
Magpie. For old time's sake.
Most voted on in Discords behind their back.
Oh God. One more time for the one time. Let me give you all here we go. For those who know. I knew it would come in handy one day. Bye, Heidi.
Bye,
All right,
girl. Bye.
I'm out.
Bye, guys.
She's just gonna leave that up there, huh?
Bye, Barney.
Let me find it. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. You ladies got anything else before we sign off? Pearl?
I think it's just me and you.
Oh, we're
No,
the
I'm
only ones
here.
left?
Oh, there's TJ.
I've just been listening. I had company come in, so I was kind of
I've been
detained.
listening.
Do you have anything you wanted to add?
No, I think y'all said what I was thinking.
All right. Tango, you good?
I'm good.
All
We'll
right,
see
then.
everybody Friday.
Thank you, everybody, for coming, and I guess we'll see you all on Friday. Have a good night.
Night.
You're embarrassing yourself. Go to bed.
Good night.